What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Wednesday edition of my NBA DFS podcast. Last night was tough. We had a couple of games that involved a lot of chalk plays that were blowouts. The Bucks ended up blowing out the Heat by almost 50 points. And the Clippers and the Timberwolves was a blowout as well. We had Paul George. Giannis didn't play the entire fourth quarter. In the Bucks and Heat, I had Goran Dragic on the GPP, who got literally a half of a fantasy point last night, who was in a really good spot with Jimmy Butler out, and that GPP team still almost cashed in tournaments. Both teams scored over 300 points, and we missed the money line by like 5 or maybe even under 5 points. So, frustrating night. NBA blowouts can be a real bitch sometimes. Nothing you can do about it. Let's move on to tonight. We have Milwaukee at Miami once again tonight, and the line is only 6.5 points. The Bucks are favored. Kind of crazy, if you ask me. They literally just blew them out by 50 points like under 24 hours ago, so it's crazy because Jimmy Butler is also still out. So we got plenty of value for today. As usual, 5 plays that I like, one for each position. Just make sure you like the video. I really appreciate it, and make sure you're subscribed. And if these plays do help you out, a tweet here and there, if you ended up cashing or something like that. I've had a couple of you guys do that. I really appreciate it. I really like when you guys do that. So for point guard tonight, I like Jrue Holiday against Miami. I mean, we're expecting, I guess, not a blowout. 6.5 points is supposed to be a close game. So the NBA has been doing this weird thing where teams have been playing each other back-to-back nights. Which makes no sense. The Celtics and the Pacers just did it, and a couple other teams have already done it. So I like Jrue Holiday at 6,400. He's a guy that I always think should be over 7K. He's got 40 to 50 point upside, and the Bucks are obviously rolling into this game with a lot of confidence. They all rested in the fourth quarter, so these Bucks guys are going to be fresh along with the Heat guys. So Jrue Holiday at 6,400 after dropping 50 against the Heat in 26 minutes. Is a great play at point guard, in my opinion. Shooting guard, the Celtics are looking a little short-handed tonight. They have no Tristan Thompson due to her hamstring. Their bench young guy, I think his name's Javonte Green, shooting guard, is also out. Javonte Green out. And Tatum is currently questionable right now with a thumb injury. I'm probably thinking he's going to play, but we'll have to see. But I like Marcus Smart. Like I said, they're really thin right now, and the Grizzlies are always a great opponent. They play fast pace. This game has a pretty high over-under, and Smart being under 6K is pretty great in my opinion. He's been pretty good over the last 3 games, reaching value in 3 in a row. Just a great matchup for a guy like Marcus Smart. A quick game. He should be able to get some steals, force some turnovers, and he should be a part of this offense for sure. Small forward, we got to go back to Tyler Hero. The Heat got blown out by 50, and this guy still balled out. He was the only one on Miami that came up to play last night. 4,500 is just too cheap. They didn't adjust his price tag. He got 39 fantasy points in a blowout, 23 points. He was doing it all. So I do think he's just a chalk play tonight at small forward. There's really no reason not to pick Tyler Hero until his price goes up or when Jimmy Butler comes back. Power forward, I'm trying to keep these guys cheap for you so you guys can spend up on some studs. There's plenty of great studs tonight. I like Robert Covington at 5,200. This Trailblazers-Clippers game should be pretty high scoring. And he's looking like he's going to be a pretty big piece to their offense if the Trailblazers are going to make any sort of run this year. You obviously have the core guys in Lillard and McCollum, but Covington provides a great defensive 3-point threat to this team, and at 5,200 he should be able to get towards 25 fantasy points. He's been playing some really good minutes, starters minutes over the last 2 games, 38 and 37 minutes. Still a young guy. He can stay out on the court and set the tone all game long, so that price is just a little cheap for me. If you remember him last year on the Rockets, he was like 7K for most of the year because he's a guy that can put up towards 40 fantasy points if he's having a great game. So I do like Covington and his upside tonight at 5,200. For center, like I said, Tristan Thompson is out. I don't know if Robert Williams is going to start. Daniel Tice was the main starter last year when the Celtics didn't have Tristan Thompson. But I think Robert Williams is a better player than Tice. He is far more talented on the defensive end. And his alley-oop and dunking game is some of the best that a center can have. He's quick. He can play the minutes. And I do think he's going to get over 20 minutes tonight, and he should be able to get 20 fantasy points. He seems to be a fantasy point per minute kind of guy. 10 minutes, 13 points, 12 minutes, 11 points, and then he balled out on the 27th, 35. So his upside's there. If he gets over 20 minutes tonight, he should get over 20 fantasy points. So I do think he will be a nice play, maybe more of a GPP play. Daniel Tice is obviously in the mix too tonight. Those two guys are going to really benefit from Tristan Thompson being out tonight. That'll sum it up for today's video, guys. I always appreciate you watching. Again, just make sure you're subscribed, and let's try to get some cash tonight. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off. See ya.